Okay, this is my 4th time trying to record this video. And somehow it's getting easier and harder every time I sit down and talk about this. But I feel like it needs to be said, so I'm gonna say it. Okay, so for any of you who are fans of 5 Seconds of Summer, you saw that yesterday Ashton's girlfriend thing, I don't know who she is, posted a picture of him on her story wearing a band t-shirt that has a Confederate flag on it. He took the photo down, he apologized, said he didn't realize that there was a flag on it. And I mean, yeah, that's whatever. I'm not really here to talk about Ashton. It's none of my business. It's not my place to tell you whether or not you should unstand him or not unstand him. Not my place to tell you whether you should forgive him or whether his apology was enough. That's a personal issue, a personal decision you have to make based on your own morals and beliefs, decisions, things like that. It's not my place and none of my business, so I'm not here to do that. I'm here to talk about all the people in the comments. These things, they happen. Increasingly more so, unfortunately. Celebrities get called out for stuff all the time, and sometimes they apologize, sometimes they don't, sometimes it's genuine, sometimes it's not, but it happens. And the only consistent thing is everyone in the comments, which is what the comments are there for, to say what you want to say, so I guess it's fine. I do have a couple of things to say because I feel like it's really easy for important statements to get drowned out in the comment section on a Twitter post. So there's consistently 3 types of tweets or comments that I see over and over on the videos or on posts like those, in issues like this. The first one is people who are they should get over it. It's not hurtful. I don't see what the problem is. People like that. And to those people, all I want to say is that when you hurt someone, you don't get to tell them that you didn't hurt them. You don't get to tell them that their feelings are not valid, that the way they're reacting to the situation is not appropriate. You don't get to do things like that. Because when you hurt someone, you hurt them. And so the moral and the right thing to do is to stand up to what you did, to apologize, to make things better. You don't tell someone to stuff it and get over it. Don't tell someone to suppress their emotions and the way that they're feeling about the situation. That's wrong. That's fucked up. You shouldn't do that. For people who say things like, he's a good person, we shouldn't attack him like this isn't in his character, in his nature. All I have to say is be careful. You don't really know these people. You don't really know what they're like. You've never met them, and a meet and greet doesn't count. You don't know their personality. You don't know what's going on in their head. You don't know anything about them really at all. Everything that you do know has been filtered, edited, censored, run through a PR team of people before it's put out to where it's accessible to you. You have no idea what these people are like. And I know that it's easy to feel like we do, because there's so much access to them. I know it's easy to feel like you know them, but it's also easy to idolize someone and to idealize them, to make them into a bigger picture and a bigger person and a better person than they really are. It's easy to forget that they're human and that they're going to be messed up. It's also easy to forget that their views may not align with your views, because they don't say their views for the most part. So you're guessing off of actions that they've made and guessing off of 30-second Instagram videos and a post here and there and a tweet. You don't really know these people. So before you stick your neck out for someone you've never met, just think. Just be careful. Just know. They could be anyone behind that that phone screen of yours. Just be careful. And third, this one is specific to this post. Sort of. People saying things like, I don't get what the big deal is. People saying things like, it's heritage, not hate, Southern pride. Okay, if you still believe that that flag is about heritage, please do a Google search. Just a quick one. Read the top 3 results, see what pops up, read a viewpoint that's different from yours. Maybe you might learn something new about the flag. That might change your opinion about it. Don't know. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Maybe you already know all that stuff and you still believe that. But I'm just saying, do a quick Google search. You never know what's going to come up. You never know what you could find or how your opinion might change. But to people who say things like, I don't see the problem with the flag, I don't see the problem with the post, I don't see why they're getting so butthurt over a slur. With race in particular, to people like that, it's a game for you. You sit down at the table when you want to play, you roll your dice, you say your 2 cents and then you leave. Get up from the table, you walk away, and your life goes on. You continue with whatever it was you were doing before you played the game. Sometimes you stay for a long time at the table. Sometimes it's brief in and out. Sometimes you come back. Sometimes you never do. Sometimes you don't even sit and play the game. You just watch. For people of color, we never get to leave the table. We never get to stop playing the game. It's our lives. We're born at the table and we die at the table because there's never a place where our race doesn't matter. There's never a place where we're like, you know what, I feel safe here. Like, no one's going to talk to me about my race or judge me for my race or hate me because of the way I look. There's no places like that for us. There's nowhere where we don't have to feel like today might be the day. There's no places like that for us. And so you're saying, I don't get what the big deal is. It's just a word. It's just a flag. It's just a shirt. This may be your first instance of seeing something like this, maybe your second or your third. But to you, it's an isolated event, a singular instance that happened once or twice or 3 times. But that's because you get to leave the table. You only get to be in the conversation when you want to be in the conversation. But if we're always at the table, sometimes it's all we've ever known. It's tiring to see us constantly have to fight for our right to be seen as a human. It's exhausting. And when you're constantly at the table and that's all you ever known, this stuff hurts. The little stuff hurts. Because it reminds you that no matter how much growth we make or progress we have, or how many laws we make, or how many Black Lives Matter shirts there are, or white allies, there's always going to be somebody that hates us just because they can. Just because they hate us. Just because. It's a reminder. A concrete, physical reminder that we never get to leave the table. It's exhausting. So you don't get to tell me not to be butthurt. It's not even butthurt. It's hurt. You don't get to tell me not to be hurt. That's messed up. It's unfair. It's wrong. All I'm saying is think about the situation and your position in relation to the situation. You may not be in a place where you should speak. And we all get in those positions sometimes. Sometimes it's not your place to speak. Sometimes it's not your conversation. Sometimes you need to listen with both ears open instead of saying a whole bunch of stuff. And if you do feel like you need to speak, think before you do it. That's it, I guess.